Unreal Engine 5.6 marks one of the biggest leaps in real-time animation since the engine's move to version 5. Epic Games has made it clear that their focus this time wasn't on graphical fidelity or performance, it was on giving animators and motion artists more control directly inside the editor. The result is a release that feels less like a game engine update and more like the evolution of a full-blown animation suite. One of the most noticeable upgrades comes in the revamped animation toolset. The motion trail editor has been rebuilt from the ground up, allowing you to edit animation arcs directly in the viewport. You can now manipulate keys visually, add or remove points, adjust timing, and even change the look of trails using styles like dashed lines or time-based color gradients. Combined with the updated tween tools, which include new overshoot modes and time offset sliders, animators can refine timing and spacing with far greater precision. The curve editor has also been streamlined, cleaning up the interface and improving performance so that it feels responsive and intuitive even in complex sequences. All of this makes Unreal feel far less like a technical sandbox and more like a proper animator's workspace. The sequencer, Unreal's cinematic timeline, also gets major attention in this update. The new Sequencer Anim Mixer plugin introduces a more sophisticated way to blend animations directly within the engine, bridging the gap between gameplay and cinematic animation. This means a character can smoothly transition from AI-driven movement to a directed cinematic pose without requiring external exports or separate blueprints. For character animators, Unreal 5.6 brings an entirely new layer of creative control. Morph target sculpting is now possible directly inside the editor, even while running play-in-editor sessions. That means you can adjust expressions, fix shape keys, or fine-tune lip syncs in real time. There's also an experimental feature called Control Rig Physics, which allows rigs to include built-in procedural physics. Instead of relying on separate simulation passes or secondary bones, you can now create natural overlapping motion, such as cloth sway or body jiggle, within the rig itself. It's a subtle change, but it drastically improves realism and cuts down on external dependencies. Metahuman integration also evolves in 5.6, making it more immediate and self-contained. This level of accessibility opens the door for independent filmmakers, motion designers, and small studios to create high-quality animated performances with minimal hardware and setup. Taken together, these updates shift Unreal's identity. It's no longer just a game engine that happens to support animation. It's becoming a real-time animation platform in its own right. The combination of direct viewport editing, physics-driven rigs, and real-time morph sculpting creates a workflow that feels closer to Maya or Blender, but without the constant back and forth between DCC tools. Animators can now block, refine, and polish entire sequences inside Unreal with cinematic lighting and shaders already in place. Of course, it's worth noting that some of these tools, like the Control Rig Physics and the Sequencer Anim Mixer, are still experimental. They work best for testing or prototyping rather than full production pipelines. But even with that caveat, the direction is clear. Unreal Engine is steadily breaking down the wall between animation authoring and real-time rendering. For artists and motion designers looking to create cinematic moments or interactive experiences, version 5.6 feels less like a patch and more like a glimpse of the future of animation, one where creativity and immediacy finally coexist in the same space. If you're a Blender artist looking for some generators, check out my collection. It's not just a pack, it's also a great way to organize and store your own generators all in one place. This pack includes some of my personal favorites, like the debris tool, which makes it super easy to scatter debris around any object, perfect for adding realism and storytelling to your scenes. And here's the cool part. If you've made your own generators or downloaded others from somewhere else, you can add them into the Everything pack. All you need is the .blend file and a thumbnail image, and they'll appear right inside the library, ready to use. From my pack, you'll get tools like the Destroyed Building Generator, perfect for post-apocalyptic or war-torn scenes, the Fireball or Sun Generator, the Debris Pile Generator, the Destroyed Road Generator, the Tornado Generator, and even a Missile Projectile Generator. And I'm still adding more. New generators are in the works, all focused on speeding up creativity and helping you build complex effects and scenes without starting from scratch.